Mute myself.
Okay, yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this introduction to psychology of eating. And before I start any presentation, I start with this ritual. Okay. So if you are okay, keep your eyeglasses. If anybody has eyeglasses, and close your eyes. Please close your eyes and take a deep breath. And breathe out. As you breathe out, relax from head to toe. Imagine there are 3 boxes in front of you, one on your left, one on your right, one in the center. Left is what you are doing before coming to the session. Right is whatever you are going to do after the session. Just push them on the side. Let's enter the session that is in the center. Okay. And I want you to, connect with this feeling when Nivedita or Praveen, told you guys about the session or you saw this. What was the first feeling that came to your mind? It's a feeling, not a thought. Okay, feeling that came to mind. If you want, you can share in the chat. Okay. So past is gone, future is yet to come. And we enter the session with a lot of curiosity and openness. And whatever we know, we'll just keep it on the side. Okay. With that, please open your eyes and welcome. So let me share my screen. I'm not able to share. So welcome to Food Psychology and Metabolic Powers and Your Weight. My name is Meena Gulla. I'm actually certified body mind coach by Institute of Psychology of Eating. By founder is Mark David. You can find all the information online about this institute. Okay. So now when we talk about food, food is actually very interesting part of our life, right? So any party or even even if you are called for the death ritual, right? Food is the important part of any party. So in fact, whenever in the childhood at least, I have heard from people, whenever they come back from the party, this is the first thing people ask, how was the food? It almost decides the success of the party. That's what I think, okay? So now when food is such an important part of our life, why in our generation, how many of us are confused about food? Maybe there is a stress factor involved around the food. Somebody is trying to lose weight and they go to party, what to eat, what not to eat. I see a dessert, maybe there is gulab jamun in front of me. And then, the mind goes, where there's a clash in the mind. Oh, okay, should I eat, not eat? Sometimes, the mind wins over the intellect and say, okay, let's eat. And then what happens? Probably we eat and say, okay, let me exercise tomorrow. One is the mentality, the guilt mentality. The other one is punishing mentality. And I have met a lot of teens. I think a lot of teenagers are going through this phase now, where they want to diet and then they want to look good. Diet need not be the right way of dieting. They are not eating enough food. Maybe it has a bigger impact in their life, right? And then I have also worked with these old age people where the weight becomes a concern, right? I don't want to be heavy and be burdened to somebody, right? So there is a lot of confusion, and also if you see the weight management market, it's huge. I mean, we hear about so many diet programs, so many programs come in, and it makes a eater very confused. Is there one way of eating or one way of doing things, right? So if you have asked any of this question in your life, right? sometimes we always feel that we are stuck with a diet mentality and wonder if there is any way to free from this diet mentality and exercise and yet maintain the healthy weight. I still remember one of my client, my husband enjoy everything. Why do I have to do this? Why am I in the diet and exercise mentality? Feels like, you are in a prison sometimes, right? And then sometimes many people go through this phase of binge eating, overeating, or emotional eating, almost feel like there is no control over any of this, right? And then I have gone through the situation. I'm very good girl or boy, maybe you are, right, boy, till afternoon. Okay, I do everything right. For breakfast, I do everything correctly, and the lunch is done correctly. But then by the evening, there is no control over any of this, and I indulge in eating, and then maybe end up eating a lot of food and feel guilty about it. Now, the another thing we have heard from many people that okay, person is heavy because they don't have willpower, and whatever comes to their plate, they just end up eating a lot of food, right? So, and then there is a lot of shaming happens around that. And then the other thing also, there is a constant hungry feeling even though we eat food. If you have answered any of this question, say, oh yes, I have gone through, or even if you have not gone through, what is food psychology and who is it for, right? Food psychology is for every single person who eats food. That's what I would say. Okay. Why? Because many times the way we do food is the way we do life. That's a food and life are somehow they are connected. That's what I think many times. For example, if person doesn't have rhythm in life, maybe they don't. If they don't have rhythm in eating pattern, they don't have rhythm in life. That's what I think. And many times, if we are not having pleasure with the food, maybe there is no pleasure in other areas of life. Okay, that's how it seems like. Uh, so, what is food psychology, right? Food psychology is something. What I would say is, yeah, we have weight. If you are thinking weight is equal to food and exercise, okay. So it's basically we are talking about our relationship with food. Yes, weight is food and exercise, but is it all 100% equation? I would say it's not. I'll show you. I'll come to that example how it is not a food plus exercise. So the relationship we'll be looking at what is the relationship with the food, right? So it is interesting when you say relationship. We use this word relationship with people. I have intimate or good relationship with my husband or children, or maybe toxic relationship with some people. So we can use many words for relationship. So when I say relationship, what is my relationship with food? I want to present one more slide. Just this picture will give you somewhat idea what is relationship. Okay. So just imagine you have a plate in front of you, and think there are about 5 people sitting around the plate, right? And there is a chicken, pasta, and salad on the plate, right? Now, 5 people who are sitting around, and a woman trying to lose weight, and somebody is trying to build muscle, and somebody is a pure vegetarian, and a chicken farmer, and a scientist, right? So, woman who is trying to lose weight, maybe she will go for salad and chicken, but not pasta. Pasta is a lot of carbs, and vegetarian is looking at this. I'm a vegetarian, I will not touch this food because the food is sitting right next to chicken, right? And the chicken farmer is looking at, maybe he's looking at the piece of meat. Wow, look at the piece of meat, right? How he has grown it. And scientist is looking from his the glasses and saying, okay, how many calories, carbs, protein, and the nutrition this food has. So now, do you see, how different people are looking at the food differently? For some people, I've seen people, okay, let's get done with the food. I'm done with the food. Some people enjoy the food. Some people are stressed out about the food. So that's the relation we are talking about. The way we look at the food, the way our relationship is with the food, that's how we metabolize the food. So when we say food psychology, we'll be looking at many factors. I know when I'm working with people. The other thing is, how come weight is not equal to food and exercise? If food and exercise are the formula, right, to maintain healthy weight, then there need not be so many programs in the world, right? It is one capsule or one formula that works for all. So now, if I ask you, I would like to, bring one small exercise before I explain what this means. Okay, if you are okay, right? So again, slowly close your eyes one more time. Okay, I want you to imagine this week some situation that was a little stressful, mild, or you were arguing, or you were. I think we went through this exercise. You are going to, make somebody disappointed, right? I want you to just bring the one scenario, okay, and watch your breath when you were in the stressful scenario, right? Now, let's slowly change the scenario to the very peaceful one. Maybe you're standing in your garden, you're watching the mountains or the sea, right? Just watch how your breath is feeling. How is your breath? So in which of the scenarios the breath was deep and one of the scenarios it was shallow? Right? You can open your eyes now. Okay. So these were just the scenarios you brought into your mind, right? So when we bring the picture, one of them was shallow, one of them was deep, right? So when you are in a deep relaxation mode, the breathing is very deep. And when you are stressed, it is shallow, right? So now imagine, you could be eating healthiest meal on the planet, okay? Healthiest meal, you have salad, you have, you name it, it could be superfood. But then if you are not in a right mindset, if you are not in a right mindset, and you are like, a woman, right? We are trying to do multiple things, during the COVID situation, many people are working from home, you are managing kitchen, children, and all kind of activities. And then somebody is right, I'm here, many times I'm here, okay? During workout, this challenging time, I'm eating, I'm working on the computer, there is the email comes in, and I'm so stressed about how I'm going to solve this problem, right? That is going on. It is as good as somebody is chased by, real situation. So mind cannot really differentiate between whether we have a real situation or fake situation. So what happens, body is in we call it fright, fight, flight mode. It only knows how to survive. Body is trying to survive around this time, whether it could be fake or real situation. But then if you are thinking, oh, I'm eating a good meal and good, the nutritious meal, is not doing much to you. We are actually diminishing the value of the food by putting ourselves in the scenario. It could, I have put, just two scenarios here. Maybe you're just right in front of the food, but then there is something going on in your brain, and then, you're not connected, right? And I would like to also bring two more scenarios. How many times we were all sitting dull, and then one, just, sitting, oh, nothing is happening, and just one email comes, or then some idea comes, we are like, just charged, right? It doesn't take any minutes, it just takes seconds. Now, opposite, you are super happy about the food, and all of a sudden there is a bad news, some sad news coming, and all of a sudden the food doesn't taste the way it should taste. You're eating something like sweet dish, and you heard a very bad news, right? Just watch how the sweet tastes now. I don't think sweet tastes the same way. So this is how we are all connected, basically. That's why, even though we are told that weight is equal to food and exercise, I would say it makes only 50% of the equation. The rest is all, how we are as eaters and what we go through during the day. It all matters. I want to also bring a small, and I took this from Slow Down Diet. This I use, quote unquote, for my 8-week program. Just wanted to bring this out. The nutrition absorption goes down when you are under stress, and when you're under stress, a lot of people use the restrooms, if you notice, and within that minutes they lose the calcium, magnesium, all this minerals. So now the bigger picture comes into picture. Suppose you are taking vitamins, you are taking calcium tablets. Yes, the input is going on, but what about the output? We need to bring that the bigger picture. That's very important. So that's what we will be looking at in the food psychology. Now, have you noticed about the food craving? Okay, how many times we think food craving is something willpower, or is there more to it? Okay, so when we are talking about food craving, have you noticed yourself, you eat in front of TV now? Okay, I think it's very obvious with children if you watch. Okay, they have eaten a big snack or something like that, and then they were watching TV, and after an hour, maybe many times mothers like, you just ate, beta, you just ate half an hour back, right? Because the brain did not register what they ate. So that brain interprets that as hunger. Look, I did not eat any food, right? Now it could be that, or it could be stressful eating. How many times people come back from work in the evening, oh, I'm so relaxed now, let me have a bowl of whatever, right, the food that comes in, make myself very comfortable. And also it's very interesting when you are, your diet is completely involved with the poor the quality of food. You're eating the food that doesn't give you any nutrition. How is the body going to work, right? Suppose I'm assigned a project, and now I need 10 workers, but then I'm only given with 2. I need more, 8 workers more to complete my project. So that's how brain is going to work, saying that, look, this food what you gave me doesn't have enough nutrition in it. I need more food to satisfy this. But guess what? What we do is, maybe if we are really in that situation, very hungry, or the mentally not feeling good, we tend to eat more of the food that will not nourish us, but just trying to make ourselves feel comfortable. So all this food craving is kind of many times we misinterpret as lack of willpower. And guess what? I was actually, this was very interesting for me when I was working with one client. First week, she was like, she came back and said, I used to crave for chocolate, Meena, and now I don't. And then she was really surprised. She wanted to go now to the chocolate and eat and see, did I really lose interest in chocolate? It is, it feels like a miracle sometimes, So, but it is misinterpreted. Many times it's misinterpreted. So now, have you heard about metabolism? I mean, metabolism is something, right? What is metabolism, right? Many times we metabolism is something like, oh, she has good metabolism. That's why they can eat whatever they want, and then they can digest the food. How many times we hear from people that somebody has good metabolism, somebody has sluggish metabolism? Okay, is metabolism all about total chemical reactions in the body, or is a metabolism, so many times people also say, okay, the liver functioning and the thyroid, yes, this is all there, right? We all hear about the metabolism. We also hear people saying, I want to speed up the metabolism. That means calorie burning capacity, right? So metabolism, I would say, it's sum of all the chemical reactions in the body plus some of our thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and experiences. So we'll be looking at all these details in a very detailed manner in this program. You'll be very surprised how thoughts, feelings, and beliefs and experiences have an impact on the metabolism. Okay, so maybe person can think, oh, do I have it? Okay, what we do is, in this program, there are 8 metabolizers we'll be really looking at: relaxation, quality, awareness, rhythm, pleasure, thought, story, and secret. And the way it is done, each metabolic, we will be taking each metabolic power there is a scientific explanation for each metabolic power, what happens when we do the way we do. What happens, I think in today's world, for a logical brain, we need more explanation about, we need little science behind all this. So when somebody is, given the science and explained in a scientific manner, it's not easy to forget. I work with Nivedita is my best example. We worked together, I think it was in 2016, and I don't think there are some of the topics we discussed have gone away. So it is like that. Yeah, so it is like that. The concepts are something, and they are all experiential. So experience is something different from what we read in the textbook. So that's a kind of a power we have in this program. So again, what we eat is only half the equation of good nutrition. How we eat, when we eat, makes the rest. So in this program, we'll be getting the information about, okay, what I eat, what is good for my body, and when we eat, and how much to eat. That is actually, I call it as freedom, basically. There is no more diet or any more diet required anymore. Because, when we look at, I want to get back to this, who is in charge of our nutrition, right? So, if you really think from the time we were born till now, how many times the body is changing actually. And then if you really look at the diet system, what we have, I'm not against any of the diet system. They're all working good, very good. But then there is a change in the body. Change is constant. As a baby, we had formula, and then there was a food introduced to us. As the body grew, there is a requirement, and the requirement changed, right? And then who is in charge of our nutrition? I would say if you really tap into this body has a great wisdom of telling you how to, what it needs, how much it needs, and it changes every day based on how much stress we have, how much work we have, based on all that. And then there's a wisdom. This program is all about tapping into this wisdom and listen to the body, and body, when you start listening to the body, it will tell you what it needs. Because if you see in the nature, right, every animal seems to know what it needs. It's not going to say, hey, in the protein, I need this food. In the afternoon, I'm going to eat this. Somehow naturally they know intuitively, right, what to eat. So we being a human beings, somewhere we are confused, but then there is a way we can tap into this wisdom. We call it nourishing wisdom. Not only that, so with the, just giving my experience, right? Few years back, I used to eat wheat. Now I'm like I can't eat wheat anymore. So like that, we need to tap into the wisdom and just get in tune with the body. That way we know what we need. So the way I do this program, the way this whole the psychology of eating program is done in two formats. One is based on the group. In a group, basically for both the formats, I use life coaching module as the base module. When we say life coaching module, I call it's an empowerment. It is not somebody, the difference between the other programs, if you go to a nutritionist or this program, it is not the person who is a nutritionist is in charge of deciding what you should be eating, what you should be doing. It is the person himself is in charge of the whole program, because all the life stories, everything is within a person. How will I know what is your situation or what is your story? And based on my experience, I cannot decide what is best for you, right? So life coaching is an empowering module wherein we ask questions and tap into person's stories and ask them to dig deeper and find out, right? And also it is like, okay, I'm at point A, I would like to reach point B, and then what is, there is really nothing that is stopping us reaching point B. There are only roadblocks. Okay, so it's an 8-week format, and 8-week format is in a group coaching format. It's an 8-week format. The 8 weeks are mainly based on the metabolic powers, and each week, really, what we do, there is a coaching module and there is a teaching module. Obviously, I will share whatever information I have, and people who are participating, obviously there is a homework, and people are going to share their experience here. Okay, so it is in and all, it's like the complete module, I would call it. And there is a group dynamics always, right? When we are in a group, and when we have back for each other's back, then it's always very good. And then there's a lot of enthusiasm, people sharing different things, it makes us go, right, basically. And then there's another module where it's one-on-one, because many times I feel, yes, many times we know food is the diet is good, eating good food is good, doing exercise is good and all that, but based on where we are in our life right now, there could be some emotional stuff going on, or the undigested life experience. We are just not ready to move forward, basically. Okay, so what we'll do is, it is not something like, okay, structured format, but we'll be looking at where you are right now, using certain tools, what we have, right? And then so just basically kind of helping you cleaning whatever you are, whatever the situation you are in, and help move forward, right? It is also based on the life coaching module. And being a Tai Chi Easy practitioner, I can teach a lot of self-care practices during this program. And I also use something called Circle of Life tool. And I kind of blend this into this program. By the way, I'm going to be Circle of Life coach very soon. I'm planning to take the certification. I'll be using a lot of those tools in this program also. In and all, we are actually working on all areas of life and make the circle smooth. When we don't use triangle or a square for our car wheels, right? It is circle. Why? Because there is less friction. So more and more we work, on all areas of life, it's going to be smooth, and the life is much at ease. Okay, that's the whole intention. And with this program, I would like to really, the other intention also for me, I think, I just want to tell you in this group, right? There is something, right? We want to eat right, the amount of carbohydrates or protein, or, the fat in our diet. But then there's another dimension that's nourishing. We can't be just, going on like, ta-da, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, doing this, all that, in a very structured format. There has to be some balance between the nourishment and the food itself. So we'll be bringing a lot of those aspects also to this program. Okay, so if I really, are able to put everything together, right, the program the way it is, I hope, I made clear what the psychology of eating and metabolic power. And the weight is very interesting. When we do all this, body has a wisdom to maintain healthy weight, just like the way temperature is, right? When we go in the cold, hair raise, and then body maintains it, right? When we are really in a hot weather, body sweats and it cools down, right? Just like that, body knows how much weight it should maintain. Most probably weight is just, we are carrying a lot of other weight in our life. And more we work on all this, body knows. Because again, in the end, in the nature, biggest person is safe, So more you're threatening, big, big is safe, right? So body wants to maintain that big, the body, right? Whatever, for whatever reason, right? Whatever reason it is, doing it, we just honor that. And then as we work, it knows what to do, right? So that's the whole idea. If you have any questions for me, whatever I presented, if you have any questions, you can ask me now. I'm open to answer. You can unmute yourself and yeah, ask me questions.
Do you want to stop the screen share or you're continuing?
Yeah, I can stop the screen share. I actually have questions, Niveta. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better, right? Yeah. All right.
So when is the start date of the 8-week program, and have you decided any date?
Yeah, I'm thinking second week of January, Niveta.
Okay.
I'm planning to start this program. So I will see what is that, I can start on either Saturday or Sunday. So this is going to be a group format, right? I'm thinking 10 people are the maximum, I'm going to have in the group for now. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to start.
So you mean 9 more people because I've already registered.
Oh, you already registered. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much because you're a great participant.
And I wanted to do it again. So
wow, nice. Yep. Anybody has any more questions?
Do you have any like payment links or anything you can share?
Payment link I need to work on, Niveta. I can, yeah, but I have my own account and I can, for now, I can share my account number and.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So, can I know, like, this is a 1 month program, like 10 teleseries, a little more detail about the program, please?
Yeah, so what I do is right now, there are two formats. One is the group session. Group is usually, it's an 8-week program, but we start with the introductory session is included. I start with the setting up the goals and all that. The first one introductory, and then the 8 weeks are going to be all metabolic powers. Yes, it is group program is 8 weeks. We can support after that. After the 8 weeks, if somebody needs support, we can create a support group. Or if somebody wants to go one-on-one, more deeper, that can be done too. But group is 8 weeks, but then one-on-one is based on somebody's requirement. Yeah, but they are charged individually for each session. Usually, what I'm going to do is, we have a 30-minute to 45 minutes free session. We evaluate basically where they are in their life right now. And I can, that gives me good understanding. And person also can evaluate me, if I'm the right person for them. I can be a guide, right, for them to go through their life. But then, usually we come up with, okay, certain time period. But then if they want to continue beyond, yes, they can do that.
Yeah, so the 8 weeks is actually 10 weeks because we start with the intro, then there's a surprise at the end, which I won't share right now. But at the end of 8 weeks, there's like
yes, there is always, there's always
that much I tell, not more.
There's always a goodie, right? Goodie bag, right? So with the program, yeah. But usually it's more than whatever the money they give, right? It is like a lot of value is given to this program, because this is something, food is something that is very, very close to my heart also, and it nourished me basically. These programs, in reality, they nourish me. So. Okay.
You're muted, I think.
Me?
No, Parveen.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear what you said. You said something.
Yeah. Am I not audible?
And now, yeah. What did you say?
I just said when she said these programs nourish me, I so get that part of it so closely.
Yeah.
So awesome. So would you like to give us more details? Are there any links that people can come in? So I would like to share it with few of my friends who are really exactly looking for this.
I think the last part I could not hear. So what you're asking, are there links? Yeah, there is. I have a website that give you a little bit description about the program, but I will be sharing this YouTube link also. People can really, this will be available. This is public and this is
I think we can put in the links in the box description.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we can do that. I think this introduction is good enough for somebody to understand what this program is about. I think so. But then they had to come in and really deep digger to understand more.
It yeah. So can I just say a few things like?
Oh, sure. Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is, be prepared to get at least one long notebook, and there are going to be worksheets about how much food consumption and sleep and a workout and why you're doing it, why you're not doing it. What was it called? Neat. Yeah, and then there's also the how colorful is your food, or and it, like if women especially are going through a period cycle or not, or how are you actually responding to food with that,
Yeah.
or if you're going through stress, how are you going through that, or if there's a situation, how are you going through that. So it changes, and how the whole thing changes in the first, like when she's talking about the 8 metabolic factors, how are you combining them when you're doing it. As you grow, one gets included, right? So
Yes.
as first you start with relaxation, and then you start with
Quality.
nature. Which one?
Quality. Yeah.
Quality, yeah.
Quality. Yeah.
And then you keep adding to it. So at the end of it, what happens is you start using each of it in each situation. It's not necessary that you use all the 8 metabolic factors, but you will get the gist of if you're going on a vacation, or if you're
Yeah.
going to a place where there's a lot of food, what you do. If there is not much food, or if you're stress eating, then what you do. You get mindful about it.
It's a lifestyle, it's a lifestyle. We are not really looking at one thing. Like, Nivedita is a very good example, because we did 8 weeks. 2016 we did it, and a lot of things are, she's still practicing, so they will not go away basically. And then it's a lifestyle. It's not
Even
about
right now, like when you're walking, and I get that I'm walking, I'm like, okay, I'm walking, stop, things like that. And the body stops to matter in terms of weight. You become more loving towards the body, and you're actually at ease with the body, because you don't really think that it's going to be a problem. So
yeah, one of my client, she, after this program, she told me one time she ate biryani. Okay, whole day she ate only biryani. And the previous times, whenever she ate biryani, she will go and stand on the weighing scale and she will show weight. And then, after the program, she told me, she was not weighing much, And then the best example for me also, we went to Singapore. Our family, we really indulge in food. 1 hour we usually spend for breakfast. 1 hour, 1.5 hours for breakfast. That much, my people who came along with me, my cousin, they're like, wow, we eat this kind of food, for weeks, But then with all, you know what to do, basically, right? Basically with the program, you know what to do, and then it's like totally by end of the program, there is no diet anymore. That's it. It's the end of diet mentality.
can I also share one tiny secret?
Oh yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
So this is the best part of the program that I liked. It's called the placebo. So you have to create your own placebos. So the placebo that I created for myself was that as I eat or as I do something and I just put my hands up like this and the air is blowing through me, it just cuts away and contours me the way I would like to look like. So, amazing.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. So other thing also, like, the wisdom is everywhere. Every single person has so much wisdom, and it's like, they are bringing their experience, and people, they can use this. That's why, the groups are awesome. The group dynamism, people can make use of each other.
And we get a lot of recipes because we're still everybody's doing, and all the plates.
Yes, that's the best part.
Just seeing all the plates of all the people is like mesmerizing. It's like
best. It's fun, actually. It's fun. It's aha. There are so many aha moments for people, and in and all, it's I think it's a really it's coming in full. The program it comes in full. That's more holistic approach. And I don't think, the weight, even though somebody is thinking, okay, weight and weight and weight, food and, carbs. The other situation, actually, I liked your, the tweet. I don't know what, I just wanted to comment on that. Many
Which one?
times, many times we have life situation, okay? Maybe relation is not working out good. Maybe children are not listening to us. There are situations we have no control on. Food is something that is really easily controllable. And many times, guess what? People, I am bored, okay? I can't take care of my boredom. So what I do, I eat, A relationship was not working. Maybe I can't date. I can't find somebody in my life, right? So what I do, I go eat, Food is something, it's very humble and sitting there. And then, people reach out for food. But then me as a body mind coach, I never snatch their food, because it is giving some comfort. It is cruel to take out somebody's food. So instead, what we do is we work around the areas, and then it's a fall in love strategy. And I am like that, and I really love people to really get in there. It need not be stressful for people. Right? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm having all California bright weather here, and you are feeling sleepy now, ready to go to sleep.
And
Okay.
one more thing is that just being a Tai Chi easy coach and other circle of life and stuff like that, she just can't help herself when she's doing one program. So other programs will little seep into.
Yeah, little, yes. I'm also,
Yeah.
I told you, Nivedha, I'm doing this certification now. I'm going to finish my certification as a Circle of Life coach.
Yeah.
Who knows,
So
by
I'm
end
just
of year.
imagining like 3-4 years ago when we had the basic stuff and we did so much. Now I'm looking forward to now what is there. what bonuses are you bringing this time? Like, so
Let's see. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
everybody. And if you don't have more questions, I will close it here. And thank you. Thank you so much for participating in this introduction. I hope it added some value. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, yes. Meenakshi, do share the details. I would know all the people that is popping up in my mind when you were showing it. So I think I'll love to share this information and the YouTube video that you'll.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
And let's see.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye. You can stop recording it. Bye.